Welcome back to another episode of Lakers Outdoor Adventures. This week we're going to be speaking about the different rod setups you're going to want when you go out bass fishing. Here in Ontario, bass season is close approaching and it opens on June 16th. At least that's in my zone. So, last night I took the time to get my rods ready for this upcoming season. First, my topwater rod. So I'm going to be using a one-piece shift 6'6" rod. It's made by Rapala. And for the reel, it is a Rapala SX2i. So, for my topwater rod, all my rods have 30-pound Power Pro braided line. I know some people like mono, some people like to have maybe a 50-pound for the topwater. That's just my setup. I might play with it throughout the year, but this is what I'm going to start with. This rod is going to be simply for frogs, wappum poppers, and of course anything that goes along the top of the water. It's a medium heavy rod, so it's fairly stiff, and should be able to pull the bass up out of the lily pads if they go in deep. My next rod is an Abu Garcia Viridis 2.0, and it has the Curtis Quantum spinning reel. Again, one piece, 6'6". Medium heavy. So this is going to be rigged with a bullet weight number 4 hook, and it'll be for Texas rig grow baits. We'll obviously throw a variety over the year, but that's what this rod is going to be designated to. So far we have our top water, basically a jig rod, because you're going to be jigging the grubs along the bottom. My next rod is the Abu Garcia Pro Max. This is a 7-foot medium heavy rod, and I'm going to be throwing the chatterbait on it as well as spinner baits. 7-foot rod gives you that little extra casting distance. And we have the Z-Man chatterbait on it right now with a split tail. So this will be for those fast cranking, a little heavier baits. That's why we went with the medium heavy for this rod. Finally, we have the Abu Garcia Vengeance rod with the Black Max reel. Now this is my only medium rod. Again, 6'6", one piece, and this is going to be my crankbait rod. So I have it set up with just a little snap so I don't think it's going to focus there. So I can change crankbaits to find the right color, so I'm not retying all the time. And again, that's the Black Max. So if you just have one rod, obviously you're going to set it up for what you're fishing that day, whether it be top water, docks, rocks, crankbaits, chatterbaits. But if you have 2 rods, then I'd suggest doing maybe a top water and one for getting along the bottom. And from there, just keep adding. So I've got rods set up for baits that you're just going to cast and reel, baits you're going to jig along the bottom, and baits you're going to pull on the top. That way, if you're fishing different environment, so if you're going from rocks to lily pads, because shorelines often change their structure, then you have that option and you're not always cutting and retying, especially in tournaments. So, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, Lakers Outdoor Adventures, and follow us on Instagram. If there's any future videos you want to see us make, throw it in the comments and we'll be sure to make it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Be sure to get outdoors.